I just had to let you know.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23. Yard line. 23-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Check 47. I got him.
Cut.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Yep. Now.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check.
On second down, Hill. And an alley to run. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Run the ending. Just like that.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Kamara. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Let's go now. Get the flag. Right now, let's go. No chance. Ain't no echo.
the gun. Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens will take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Hey, high 7.
Second and 5. Buying time to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line. Here we go. 15 running. 15 running. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Running with Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with third and 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity miss there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And out of bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start the drive with Hill. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Eason. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
30 base. Let's make these babies cry.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Greystone, Travis. Get it.
On 3rd down, it's Hill. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Looking to throw. Eason dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
X3, 218, jump. Hey!
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Eason. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And an alley to run. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big play there out of Kamara. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints have taken the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Eason. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. From the gun, Eason. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Eason. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready? 90 Wolf.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, Eason. Quick hitter here, it's complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 2. Back at the... Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get started. Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll try to throw here now, Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A 10th carry for Kamara. Fighting ahead at the 15. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Eason, he's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. They run it again with Kamara. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Bridgewater. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down, Saints.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 35.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 19. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Here's Bridgewater. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, they run with Hill. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Looking to throw. Eason. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
60 Pittsburgh.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Why?
General West. Hey, Echo. Get it ready.
Back to throw. Eason. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Like 22, he's a go.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
90 Wolf. Big rip.
1st down, and it's Hill again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This is Hill. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 50, plant.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of...
And now look at him go. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
80 weapons. Shoot.
On second down, it's Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Saints, they do finish things out with a victory here in the final week, but the victories were few and far between as they'll end the year 5-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they're going to bottom out here to wrap up this very forgettable season at 2-14. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near future. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.